Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It is Sunday, September 15th, 2024, and today's topic is sketching poses from imagination. And it was inspired by this character sheet I've been working on, and I did a short video showing how I came up with this sketch right here, and I did have to use like some pencil to sketch it out before inking it, and I don't think it's the best version, but it starts to gives me something to work with. But yeah, from there, the next thing would be good to kind of pose the character, but this could be used for just figure drawing. So some different approaches, since it is from imagination, is to go over like different approaches to it. One is thumbnailing, so you want to keep it pretty small, like about that much, so that you don't get bogged down in the details. So if I were using the same character, I might just since now I kind of know like the look, I might just decide to thumbnail like different poses while keeping the same like look of the character. Again, keep it small, hence the name thumbnail, so that you don't get bogged down by the detail. Just kind of decide the height and then use proportion. So if you find the midpoint, kind of like this, again, it's important to not get bogged down by the detail. I'll do one more thumbnail. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a zoom function. You can play around with like different angles. And situations. But it's good whenever you kind of have the look of the character. It helps. But if you keep it at thumbnail size, you can be more sketchy and not worry about the detail. But then, let's say that you kind of have some idea of the character and like kind of the pose you could put them in. The next step up would probably be like the stick figure sort of thing, where you can still use like the proportion. So we'll make it a little bit bigger, like twice as big as like the thumbnail, and still use like the same kind of proportions that I've talked about. but then start to move into kind of a stick figure. I like to use just kind of a simple circle for the head. Again, you don't want to make it the sketch too big. Like I'm just going to copy that thumbnail. But you can see more of the the figure. And since we are like starting to add a little more detail, like I like to go ahead and sketch in the figure, because here you can kind of just draw a shape for the dress. But here you want to have the folds be a little bit more accurate, but still be simple. Kind of like that. Like at this point, it's kind of good to know the pose of the head. Basically a little bit more, anatomy, but still using like that thumbnail. And also the character sheet. So if I'm like gonna draw the same character, where can I put this? I'm gonna look at the style guide. That kind of thing. And at this point, I'm not even thinking about like so much of the lighting, because I can kind of go whichever. I can shade. I might not even worry about that. I'll do this pose. I didn't start a timer, by the way. Yeah, if you want to do like the full pose, again, just figure out like the height of it. If it helps to like draw the construction, you can. Again, it's because I'm going off of like the thumbnail here. So I'm just gonna look at what I did and just use that as the proportion. Again, at this size, it helps to have more of the figure, because it needs to start looking a little bit more accurate. So all of this comes from practicing the figure drawing. I mean, you can look at reference and do studies. And then for me, the purpose of that is to get to the point where I'm like, if I have an idea for a pose, I can draw in the figure without having to look up reference. Again, if I want it to be like a specific character, I can. It's a little hard because I'm left-handed and not gonna be in the camera here. But yeah, I mean, I could make it like that particular character. But again, if it's at this kind of size, so this isn't a thumbnail, this is kind of a layout, I guess is the term for it. So it's a mix of simple shapes, but at the same time, still have some accuracy to it, like a little bit closer to the way it's supposed to look. So that's one way to kind of go from like a general look and then use the style guide to make it look like a specific character. So yeah, thumbnail size, very little. And you can double the size and keep the same proportion. And you can actually stay with this for quite a while. Like if this were pencil, you might like ink over it, or back in the day I would put like tracing paper and just draw if it's ink, or take it into the computer and clean it up, but you have all the main information, and that's how you can just sketch from imagination. So just to finish, I'll just go ahead and do this one since we already did the other two. So we'll just do it right here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go like twice the thumbnail size, and that way I can just plot some proportions real quick. So for example, this is like that part, and then a little bit up we have, and this is part of the outfit. So yeah, just keep the like, that's why it's important to learn proportion, because then you can, I mean, it's just a recipe, it's just like cooking, where you can change the proportions. It's important. It's a good skill. So if you're not sure, you can draw in the figure. If you're not sure how the folds are supposed to go. That kind of thing. So yeah, as I kind of wrap up this video and sort of wrap up the week, it's been really great. Hello to new visitors and new subscribers, and also returning ones. It's very encouraging for me. Makes me want to keep making videos. I'm always gonna keep sketching, but definitely having people like the videos and come back and get something valuable from it is awesome. So hopefully this gave you some ideas on how to sketch poses from imagination, and until next time, keep on sketching.